Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. I'm here to give my Miami Grand Prix feature race qualifying review and observations, and before we get into my observations, I would like to give my quick thought on the session. The entire session was just a bit of a mystery in terms of lap times from teams and drivers, as it was just so unpredictable. And just like how it was in the sprint shootout, the drivers at their final run set a lap time that was slower compared to their banker lap. Overall, it was a very interesting session, something that I just did not expect from the Miami Grand Prix. So yes, with that being said, now let's head into my observations. Aston Martin's loss of pace. Aston Martin surprisingly lost all their pace. I know that Lance Stroll was working with a car that was fitted with older parts as the team ran out of stock with the upgraded parts. But still, even Fernando Alonso was not as quick as he was at the sprint shootout yesterday. So I wonder if the team had made any tweaks to the setup which may have just went against their expectations. Aston's pace in general is just so hard to predict this season because their car's pace is just so inconsistent from track to track in 2024. I think it's mostly down to the team's unique development strategy to bring in new upgraded parts to the car for every track, which should have inherently improved the car's performance and should have made it a stable performer across all tracks. It has not done that, and the highs of the AMR 24 has not been as big or as glorious as what the team had achieved in 2023 with the AMR 23. Tsunoda steps up while Ricciardo sours. Tsunoda, after having a poor performance at the Chinese Grand Prix and at the Miami Grand Prix Sprint Shootout, has finally stepped up and seemed to have found a sweet spot with his setup to make it into Q3 for the feature race qualifying, while his teammate got knocked out in Q1. It's a bit of a contrasting situation for Daniel Ricciardo after finishing P4 at the Miami Sprint race to getting knocked out in Q1 for the feature race qualifying. Very similar to what happened with Lewis Hamilton at the Chinese Grand Prix. Mercedes improved. Mercedes had a much better showing here at the feature race qualifying, and I guess I was right all along that the team just went wrong with the setup direction for the sprint race. And whatever they did between the sprint race to the feature race qualifying just seemed to have worked, as the team made it into Q3 with both cars. And Lewis Hamilton also seems fairly comfortable and confident with the car, which is something that we haven't seen with him this season so far. So that's a good sign. I'm sure that the team could score a handful of points from the Miami Grand Prix feature race, but moving any further seems like a bit of a tall ask from Mercedes, considering the fact that McLaren, Red Bull and Ferrari just have the pace over Mercedes at this point. Is it Ferrari versus Red Bull? With McLaren looking like the main contender to challenge Red Bull for the race win at the Miami Grand Prix, both the Ferrari drivers successfully managed to qualify P2 and P3, splitting the bulls. Red Bull and Ferrari are just split by 0.2 of a second, so we could have a very interesting race tomorrow like how we did today at the sprint. And let's not forget, Max did not walk away from the competition in the sprint race like how we did in the sprint race at the Chinese Grand Prix, which means that the race is very much on for tomorrow. With three teams looking very similar in terms of pace, tomorrow's race could be very engaging and interesting to witness. So let's stay tuned for that. So yes guys, these are my observations and quick review of the Miami Grand Prix feature race qualifying, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and let me know down in the comments on what were your thoughts on the Miami Grand Prix feature race qualifying. I'm curious to know, so leave it down in the comments. With that being said, subscribe to the Rendmaster channel if you haven't already, and also hit that bell icon while you're at it so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. And until next time, it's me Vinesh from Rendmaster, and I'm out. Love you guys, stay safe, peace.